Welcome to the Dork Forest. Jackie and her pals will never bore us. Shameless confessions
about our obsession
will make us laugh and smile. So let's explore the Dork Forest and dork out for a while.
Hi, Rangers. It's me, Jackie Kashian. Welcome to the Dork Forest. It's 2024. Let's do this. Here's the credits, of course. Mike Ruekberg sang that song at the beginning, and he wrote that song, and he sang it with Sarah Cohen, his wife, and he will sing the Mexican hat dance at the end of the program. Also, Patrick Brady, still putting this together. Video, audio, all of it. He's amazing. So, and Vilmos doing JackieKashianStore.com. Squarespace is doing the regular Jackie Kashian page, and I'm thinking of moving the Dork Forest and dorkforest.com away from WordPress because it's driving me nuts. But those are the credits. But if you go to JackieKashian.com, you can get Dork Forest merch. You can get my stand-up merch. You can get my stand-up CDs and DVDs, which you'd have to have devices for those. You can also see videos and find out any number of things. I have another podcast called The Jackie and Laurie Show, but the Dork Forest is the flagship. 18th year. We're doing it, you guys. You can go to my Bandcamp or my YouTube for extra content. Please donate, is what I'm saying. It's 2024, and I think we've been in this long enough. Why don't you guys, everybody send me $100? That's what I'd like you to do. You can PayPal me. There's links all over the pages. You can Venmo me at Jackie Kashian. You can find me at a stand-up show and hand me a sweaty wad of 20s. Do something. But I love doing the show. I would love to make some money, is what I'd like to do. In other news, I'm sure there's more things that I should talk about, but I can't think of them. But let's listen to who's going to dork out about something, because that's my favorite part. Thanks for listening, you guys. You're all great. Let's get into the show. Hey, everybody, it's me, Jackie Kashian. I made Troy Zestos laugh before the show began. Huh?
You always make me laugh.
Rangers of the Dork Forest. Today on the Dork Forest, we're going to talk to my hair care provider.
Yes.
That's right, Mr. Troy Zestos. Welcome to the program.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me. I'm super thrilled to be here.
So it has probably been 5 years. I've been talking about having you on.
Wow.
Talking about how, like pre-COVID, pre-lockdown, pre all the things.
That's
and now,
true.
Right. So you're an amazing, I will say this, is that you're an amazing hairdresser. You
Thank
are
you.
really good with hair. Everybody is always psyched about my hair when I come from your glorious hands. You do my color, you do the cut. It's all working out. You have a website. It's called chroma-style.com. It'll be in the notes, you guys. He's got product. Right. You can buy stuff. We're going to talk about the chemistry of that. But it's CHROMA-style.com. Anyway, so Troy, let's talk about hairs.
Yes.
Like, why hair? What do you love about hair? What made you like hair? Yeah.
First of all, I was going to say, I would say when I was probably, let's say, a teen, my mom actually was a hairstylist. And so I kind of grew up as a baby being in the hair salon, like hanging out in the hair salon. That must have been the 70s.
My stepmother was a hairdresser.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yes, she was not great, but she was pretty good. She was team player. She used to say, "I shouldn't do colors. I'm not great at it.
Oh,
but I can cut your hair quickly, and I can get it done."
Color is a very specific kind of niche, service.
Right, and gift.
Yeah.
If you're good at it, you're good at it, and if you are not, well, you've chosen to do something weird.
There's a very definitive line. But I remember her saying, she'd come back from the hairdresser and she'd have gotten her hair cut. And if there was something she wasn't quite happy about it, she would say, "Here, let me give you some scissors. I'm going to show you how to fix this one area." It started out with like fixing a one area or blending the bangs or some sort of aspect of the hair cut that wasn't quite right for her. And so
that's amazing because you were a teen. And
she's like, I remember being like 15, 16, kind of obsessed with my own hair back then too.
Sure, you have beautiful hair. And we all do. Yes.
So I remember being kind of instructed on how to hold the scissors, how to hold the comb, how to do the cut. And then after a couple times of me, quote unquote, fixing her haircut, she would say, you know what, I'm just going to have you cut it. And I would go, me? Oh my God, what do I know about cutting hair?
Right.
It was all so new to me. And she's like, you know what, you've actually navigated through the harder parts. So the rest is actually
That's
easier.
awesome.
Yeah.
That's
So it really
amazing.
piqued my interest. And I was like, oh, wow. So I started, cutting my sister's hair. And then I started, I was actually a model for a hair show. And so I spent a lot of time backstage and talking with the hairdressers about, because they would do most of the prep work backstage. And then on stage, they would just do the finished work and, try to keep everything kind of truncated and
okay.
brief.
Let us unpack the term hair show and prep work and then final thing. So
that would have been the 80s.
What is a hair show? Is a show where people have come to essentially, it's like Comic-Con but for hair.
Yeah, it's like exactly that. It's like Comic-Con for hair.
That's amazing. So wait, so people are like, I want to see somebody who's really good at cutting hair, cut hair, or style hair,
or a new color technique, or because it was the 80s, new perming techniques.
Sure.
I remember there was this one perm where they would, if you know how to do a regular perm, you just pull the hair into the rod and you roll it down to the scalp. But they would start it out that way, and then they would twist it and then continue rolling it the other way. So you would get this like wild, crazy, supposedly like naturally occurring curl that didn't follow like a specific pattern.
Okay. And we're backing up again.
So much more to unpack.
It's true. I think Nancy Kashian would do perms back in the 70s and 80s. I never got a perm because my hair, she told me that my hair wouldn't work with a perm because it was slightly too curly.
Oh.
And can you give a perm to somebody who has curly hair?
Yes.
Is it even curlier?
I have a perm this week, actually.
Oh, you're doing a perm this week?
Yeah.
And it's not permanent. Perm, by the way, is short for permanent.
Yeah, but it really isn't. You're right.
But does it last as long as like a regular haircut, like 6 weeks?
Yeah, it lasts about 6 weeks. So I actually do a perm probably every 4 to 6 weeks for one particular client. Mm-hmm.
And there's a rod that you stick the hair into?
Yeah. So you grab the hair section equivalent to the width and dimension of that hair rod, and you wrap it in what's called perm papers like this, little sandwich. And then you roll the perm towards the scalp as you go down.
Okay. And is the perm paper, is it like wax paper? Is it like parchment paper? Is it saran wrap? Is it like aluminum foil?
It's kind of like a cross between tissue paper and parchment paper. So
there you go.
Stronger than tissue paper, obviously. Otherwise, I wouldn't withhold to the water. But it's kind of like parchment paper. It's to keep the ends wrapped together, and so they don't get loose and fly around when the rinsing process occurs.
And what are you doing with the with the hair when you permanent it?
Well, when you apply the perm solution, it has an ingredient called thioglycolate, and that rearranges the hair bonds to whatever shape they're in. So that's why, oh gosh, this is a little way probably over everybody's head, but there was even like a helicopter wrap, which was that you'd take the hair and you'd put it through the roller like a tube, and then you'd wrap it just on the ends just to get curl on the ends when that look was popular. So whatever configuration the hair is in, when you apply the solution, that's how it reforms. Yeah, once you apply the neutralizer. So it's a 2-step process.
There's a neutralizer to sort of get that, once it's sort of set, then you apply the neutralizer to get it out of the hair because it might burn.
It's to harden the bond. Well, it does actually kind of reverse the breaking down of the bonds process, but it also
sort of
hardens
like putting
it.
greens in ice water. It keeps the color of broccoli. Like you cook it and then you put it in ice water, and that stops the cooking right away, so it's cooked, but you still get that good green color of cooked broccoli.
Yeah,
Okay.
I always wondered if that's why they do it with pasta too, right? Because you're supposed to blanch the pasta with cold water.
Oh,
It's so they don't
I have
stick
not
together,
heard that.
I believe.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice. Okay.
Yeah.
I've that's cool. Okay, so that's what a perm is. That's amazing.
Yeah.
And so but let's go back to you cutting your mom's hair. So you're cutting your mom's hair.
Yeah.
She's already taught you very much the basics, how to hold comb and
How to hold the
scissors.
comb and how to hold the scissors.
Because it
how
is
to
very
cut.
specific.
It is
Yeah.
very specific, yeah. And
I've
it's actually
never
not
been
the
able-
entire length of the comb that you're going to be cutting. It's actually just that 1%
There-
of, that's
Right.
first half, sort of that you're cutting into.
Right. And then how about did she how like when you blow dry hair, blow drying your own hair is harder than blow drying somebody else's hair.
Yeah, so much harder.
Because you have to learn how to curl the brush
Yes.
in a way that you're like, well, I just dried my hair so it rolls this way, and now I look like a crazy person.
It's one of the reasons. Crazy person if you do it wrong.
It's why I don't blow dry my hair at all
No.
because I'm like I'm just gonna let it. Which is why we have this conversation regularly. Just cut it so that I could just wear it. That'd be
Exactly.
Yes.
And most people do. Most people want a haircut that's going to work with. I hate to use the word lifestyle, but their life. And
Yeah.
if you're not going to take the time to blow dry it, giving a specific cut is important.
The way to go. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, because otherwise
it's to not being blow dried.
It's going to look right. Because what if, like, if you cut my hair in a way that needed to be, Nancy used to complain that people would say, "You cut my hair too straight. You cut my hair too curly," and she's like, "I don't have that kind of power." But
there's a technique for cutting hair for curly hair that benefits curly hair that allows the curl to not fight the curl pattern.
Okay.
But cutting someone's hair too straight, cutting someone's hair too curly. No, we don't really have that kind of power.
Right. Right. And you have to, so you can look at a head of hair and go, I see which way the curl is going.
Right.
And I see how to cut it to like Edward Scissorhands, except for that it's a person, and it's their hair is gonna look. Is there a super hard kind of hair to cut?
Yeah, I think there is. I mean,
or
some
harder.
Harder. I would say is like some people have several different hair textures all on just one person's head, and so
how do they do that? Yeah.
Well, people have cowlicks. They have direction of growth issues. Then they have actually curl texture. Some people can have like really fine hair in the hairline, really dense curly hair throughout the rest of their head, or they can have like an area, where just the hair texture can be quite frizzy. So,
Okay.
but there's so many different techniques and so many different products that address all of that now. I mean, there's
Right.
the keratin straightening treatments. There's obviously perms. There's
What's a
cutting to the
keratin? What's a keratin straightening thing?
Yeah.
What is that? What is that?
A keratin straightening treatment is a liquid keratin product that's applied all over the hair like a color. It's blow dried in, and then it's flat ironed in.
Okay.
And what it does is it basically kind of squashes the curl and brings out a lot of shine. It closes the outer layer of the hair, which is called the cuticle.
Okay.
And it actually really
makes
does
it shinier.
Yeah, makes it shinier, controls frizz. It can take away, the curl quite a bit too if somebody wants their hair straighter.
Mm-hmm.
I like it because on some of the clients who are trying to grow their hair, they don't realize how much their own curl texture draws up the hair, and so when you do the keratin straightening treatment, they go, "Wow, I feel like you made my hair longer too."
Yes,
I go,
right,
well,
right.
I did actually.
Did you ever have one of those dolls where you could pull the hair?
Oh yeah, Chrissy
And then,
doll. I did.
Was it a Chrissy doll? Okay.
Yeah.
It's and then somebody always cuts it and you've made a
Yeah.
permanent error. A
Oh,
permanent error
now
that
you
cannot
got to
be
get
corrected.
a new one.
Yeah, there's no correcting that. There's no fixing that particular error.
And you'd have to wait till Christmas to get another one.
Right, because they weren't cheap. That was a
No.
real doll. Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's my. Did you ever have do you have any of those? Just those heads? Oh wait.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Even in
We're gonna-
cosmetology school, too, we would have one.
Yes. Before we get to this,
Yeah.
let's talk about cosmetology school because I am curious what. So you go through high school. You're cutting your mom's hair. You're cutting your sister's hair. We're way before you meet Amy Harmon, and Amy Harmon comes to me and says, Troy wants to try something, so we're going to do something with my hair.
Yeah.
And that's our mutual friend, Amy Harmon. That's how I met Troy Zestos, by the way. By the way, I am talking with Troy Zestos, and you should know that chroma-style.com is his website, and you can buy stuff there because he's got good stuff that smells good, too. Anyway, so you go to cosmetology school. Is it just, does everyone know? Do you and your mom and your family know that that's what you're going to do?
Going to cosmetology school, I think I started cosmetology school after I had gone to college a few years.
Okay.
And then I remember thinking, oh, wow, there's like a whole world of, different hair cutting, hair coloring, hair perming techniques. Then there's period hair, which is the study in the history of hair and what people had available to them. Like if you watch an episode of I Love Lucy, for example, you just go, wow, how did they do that with the hair?
I went two different ways with period hair. First of all, I went to my period. Said that I was like, he can't possibly mean that. Second thing, I go to Marie Antoinette. And
right. There you are. Yeah. Or I mean, like it would happen too. We would have like either a period flashback or do a period project where it's set in the 50s or the 60s or it's set in the 70s. Or I worked on that Jeffrey Dahmer thing that was set in the 90s for the Ryan Murphy show.
You've done a lot of TV. Mm-hmm. You've done so much TV and Entertainment Tonight for decades, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So we'll talk about that too. Oh my gosh, so many things. So much unpacking. So much unpacking. Did you go to cosmetology school here in the Los Angeles area?
I went to cosmetology school in Colorado.
Okay. And so when you go to cosmetology school, do they give you sort of, is it an overall kind of basic, like getting an English degree where you get all the different tasks, but on the basic level? And then you would have to study more to learn more about whatever.
Exactly. So cosmetology school now is similar to how it was then, which was it's theory usually in the morning, and then there'd be a lunch break. But in the morning, it's all textbook, classroom,
okay.
Mm-hmm.
Sort of the science of it.
Exactly. And then in the afternoon, it would be the practical side of it and, using... blow dryers, curling irons, flat irons, perms.
Oh, right.
Cosmetology school, though, and I think it's still the same way now, because, I mean, when I graduated in 1990, you had to have a knowledge of hair, nails, and skin. So we had to perform facials, artificial
electrolysis,
nails, manicures, pedicures, all of that.
Did you do electrolysis?
I didn't do electrolysis. No, that was a more specialized division of cosmetology.
Okay. But you did learn about hairs, nails, and facials.
Yeah,
and skincare. How about makeup?
And makeup. Yeah, I actually went to makeup school as well. I went to makeup school here in California. I believe it was in Sherman Oaks at the time, and that was actually really cool. So. I mean, you learn beauty makeup as well as special effects makeup, bald caps, that sort of thing, beard application, sideburns.
Okay.
One of the coolest, I would say, exercises we ever had to do was because it was for film and television, right? So it's makeup for film and television, and you had to learn the value of colors. So we would do one half of our model's face using, colored, everyday products like foundation, lipstick, and mascara, everything.
Yeah.
And then on this side of the face, you'd have to do the same thing looking at your model through the monitor and using only black and white. And you had to not have a line across your model's face.
Wait, so, and then you could tell when you looked in the monitor what it would look like just normal daily makeup.
Right, just to see the
versus
value of
TV.
dark and light. So, I mean, the hardest thing obviously would be the
Ah.
blush, because that was, to
Right, 'cause you
create
have
a
to
really diffused.
Right? Right, to
Mhm.
accent sort of cheekbones and lips and all that stuff. Well, that sounds fascinating. So
It was cool.
did you like cosmetology college? It sounds like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I loved cosmetology school. Makeup, I went on to do makeup for some particular clients, and I had their particular, I took over the show with Paris Hilton and Nicole Richie, and each of those girls had their
Right.
own makeup artist, and they showed me like, okay, well, this is how my client likes, her hair and makeup, and this is what she uses. And so I took over the show doing their hair and their makeup.
Wow.
But in general, I tend to stick to just doing hair.
Right.
Yeah.
It was when pressed, you can
Right.
do many other things.
Yeah.
You can also sweep. If you can lean, you can clean.
Yeah.
But your preferred thing is hair.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Did you do additional, so then you go out into the world and you try to, you get work in television. You now, of course, you have a studio. You have your
I
own
do.
clientele that you do, like myself.
Mhm.
And but the in between of all that stuff, the additional, was there additional study? Did you ever go like wait, we never did get the convention thing.
Oh.
So what are they doing backstage? And then they're just finishing in front of house.
Oh, in the hair shows?
Yeah.
A lot of times they would have the chemical service, meaning the hair color or the perm or whatever. They would have it already completed.
Okay.
And then they would just demonstrate how they did that curl technique or how they applied that color.
Okay.
So this was the late 80s, and I would say going into the early 90s, and of course still today. There are so many very particular balayage, for example. There's so many very particular color applications. Balayage comes from the word to sweep, I believe, in French.
Okay.
And it's that technique where you see like the roots are so much darker and then it goes so much lighter. But the transition, it's all about the transition from the dark
have
to the
seen
light.
that.
Yeah.
That's done on purpose, is what you're telling me.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, you
Yes,
might
it
not
is.
think
It is a
but
choice.
it is actually, it's
well,
a choice.
it feels like someone didn't get to their hairdresser.
How about
because
this?
the roots are
People
showing.
pay
Yeah?
extra for that.
They-
They do.
They like the idea of sort of a sunset kind of vibe to their hair.
Exactly. I like that so
Okay.
much better than balayage. Sunset. Can I get the sunset?
Right. I like the idea of just like where the darkness is coming and then all of a sudden the rising of the sun.
Yeah.
Or the other way, right? So the dark where it's morning and now it is light.
Right.
Right? So that's like the sunrise. Yeah, depending
And
on
then,
whether it gets
like
lighter
every
or darker,
technique.
right?
Exactly. And like every technique, you see this done to the extremes. I mean, like people want like black to white, and you're like, whoa. That's when
Okay.
I think, from my perspective, that's when I kind of feel like that technique is going out. When you start seeing
Okay.
absolutely
extremes.
everybody. Yeah.
Okay. It's
Yeah.
what was so is balayage in right now? Is that something that's happening in the world?
Balayage, I mean, there's definitely people who prefer that look. I feel like they're going with a little bit of a sweeter version of it now because it's no longer the really hard edge extreme with like
Okay.
black hair to, every
Blonde.
color in between and then getting to white. It's not the full spectrum any
Yeah.
longer. Now I feel like people are doing still the, the pops of sweet, sort of lightener around the face.
Okay.
And then transitioning back and making it a little less, try to make it look more natural and less, like, oh, look what I did with my hair colorist. We really pushed it to the limits and went, from so dark to so light.
Yeah.
Dimensional color is still in though. Dimensional. Color with
Dimensional.
dimension. Yeah, absolutely.
What does that even mean? What
Well,
dimension?
it's like a base color
Okay.
with highlights that are 1 to 2 levels lighter, and then lowlights
Okay.
that are 1 to 2 levels darker.
Is that what I have?
Yeah, it is actually.
Okay.
So
There you go.
some people also do this. It's just another technique, and so you're going to hear a lot of terms when it comes to techniques. But they call it shadow boxing, and that's when from the same section they'll weave out highlights.
Okay.
And they'll save it with a clip, and they'll do the other 50% below it darker. Then they'll package that up in foil, and then bring down that other section and do it lighter. So when the two come together, they are quite contrasted.
Okay, so it brightens up immediately, like it
It
goes.
literally goes from
dark and
light,
then
dark,
pink.
light, dark, light, dark. So
Oh,
it
cool!
gives it
Little
maximum.
checkerboard.
Yeah.
That's neat.
Yeah.
What do you think about? Now I'm just going to digress here. What do you think
Sure.
about when someone wants a purple? Like, because Andy often wants us to go purple.
Oh yeah. I mean, I love trying to achieve that sort of really bright or even like primary color.
Yeah.
Or a purple. Absolutely. Yeah. I think it's getting there isn't so hard. You're going to remove a lot of colors. So maybe you'll use some lightener.
Okay.
And then you'll use what's called a direct dye, which is a larger color molecule, and it's the brighter, more vivid purples. But then I think what becomes more important than that in salon service is the maintenance of that color.
Right. Because how long is it going to last?
Exactly. Yeah. You have to use shampoo that's specifically for color-treated hair, which means sulfate-free shampoo and conditioner. And then there are pigmented shampoos and pigmented conditioners that are going to replenish that same exact purple or whatever primary color you're using that gets washed out every day is getting washed in or conditioned in.
Are you picking, when you pick that color shampoo, do you pick the purple version, or is there some sort of chemical that'll keep the color that is in your hair in that shampoo? Like,
well, when doing a specific color like that can fade so easily, I finish the color service with a color sealer. So that's going to be a very low pH, low, you know how some people still do like kind of the apple cider vinegar to bring out the shine? It just closes the cuticle. It seals it seals the hair. It seals the color. And then, yes, there are several lines. I mean, I could name several, but they're all pigmented. Like the shampoo and the conditioner have the purple or the peach or whatever that color is.
Or the red. Like it's color specific though.
Right.
So it's not just some generic, you're like, because that, it'd be kind of, okay. So if there was a shampoo that was like, no, it's going to recognize like nanites, that gets real sci-fi on you, but it would recognize what the color is and just play to that color. Well, then you would want that your whole life. You're like, oh, I would like my baby blonde forever. So I'm going to use that on little baby Jerry, and that he's going to grow up his entire life with that white blonde hair that sometimes babies are born with, or that bright red hair that babies are born with. So that is not what's happening, Jackie. That is just an idea. And so does chroma-style.com, does that have specific kind of color? Like what is your stuff? A quick ad, please. Tell me what the hell is on your website. What kind of stuff?
So the Chroma Studio. Yeah. Chroma literally translates to color, and I do a lot of color.
In which language?
In Greek.
Thank you. Oh, yeah. That's right. You're all Greek. I forget that about Troy Zestos sometimes. He even speaks Greek.
I do.
The only Greek I know is from a Harlequin romance I read when I was 16, and I can say "Epharisto Poli," which is probably not how it's pronounced because I was reading it phonetically. How would you say "thank you very much" in Greek?
Epharisto Poli.
Epharisto Poli. Oh, accent on a different syllable. There you go.
But you were right there.
Taught.
You were right there in the ballpark.
I was so close. So close.
But yes, I do have a hair care line that does, I want to say it targets specific needs. In other words, that it is all for color treated hair. The shampoo is sulfate free. It's for color treated hair, and the conditioner
Okay.
as well.
Okay.
And then so I was approached by a company who was formulating product lines. And when I first worked at a salon before I opened my own here in LA, I saw the owner also developing his own very specific product line.
Okay.
And it was a conditioner based cleanser. So I kind of saw, and he would give me to try and test this out and see what you think of it and give me some feedback. Even if it's negative, obviously you learn so much more from negative feedback than you do positive
Yes.
even.
It's iteration. Yeah.
But it is good for the confirmation to know what it is about the product that's working. And so I saw that a lot. And then when I was approached by this company, I thought, well, there are some things out that I didn't see out there. I mean, obviously the hair care product, I want to say world is extremely saturated. It feels like there's
Yes.
something out there for everybody, right?
Mm-hmm.
But what I didn't see in working in the salon and in film and television, I didn't see certain products that worked well for each. So, for example, when I work on set, you're creating that person's hairstyle for that particular script day, right?
Okay. Yep.
And while that actor is shooting that scene, you're maintaining that hairstyle.
Okay. Wow. Yeah. This is
And
for
so,
continuity and then once you create that style, you've sort of created that style for that character.
correct.
Okay. Okay.
That hairstyle is obviously photographed and documented for, the future in case we
Continuity.
do, continuity. But sometimes we do what's called pickup shots where we're going back specifically to that scene or a scene that didn't exist before that's actually between scene 9 and scene 10. So now it's going to be,
Right.
that's going to be 9A, and now we're going to shoot scene 9B.
Mm-hmm.
So depending on where that actor is, if he's getting out of a pool or getting out of a car, or actually I did a movie that we shot in Chicago where we did all the interiors
Right.
in LA and all the exteriors in Chicago. So they would be like at the doorstep ringing the doorbell, and then we'd see them, then they would be inside the house, and now we're in LA and they were taking off their hats or whatever. And it was like, I don't know, at least a month
That
later.
better.
So
That's
yeah,
got to match.
it's got to
Oh my
match.
So
I know.
are you cutting people's hair on set too to make that
Yes.
continuity? Okay.
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
So I was always looking for a product that had like multi-use. I wanted something that I could use, and I'll show you, for example, like in our hairspray, it has a nozzle that allows you to do light, medium, or hard hold. I don't know if you see that L, M, and
No.
H.
Wait. So there's power, like how much power the
Yeah.
aerosol is, or whatever's.
Yeah,
it's probably
exactly.
not aerosol, right? But
yeah,
and
exactly.
you spin it.
Yeah, you turn the arrow to the L, and you get light hold hairspray.
Okay.
And then you turn it to the M, and you'll see the scope of the spray is larger,
Yeah.
and you get harder hold hairspray is available on H. And so it does like a light mist, it does like a medium size, and it does heavy hold. I'll tell you
Like
how it does that.
Like the hose
Yeah,
when you're
exact-
watering. Okay.
That's a perfect example. I love that. That's great.
So yeah.
Oh, so how it works is it actually works with an aerator that's inside the bottle. So
Okay.
you're getting more air on the L. So it's
Okay.
actually making the hairspray lighter and drier. And
Oh,
then,
I see.
And then on the H, it's getting zero intake of the air, and it's full hold, heavy hold hairspray formula.
So what you did not see was to have an option of
No.
of how how to spray the hair, how to use hairspray in a different way from the same can, essentially, so that the hold could be made different.
Right. So
When
you're touching up
yeah,
that hairstyle, that actor or actress's hair with
yeah.
what's called a set bag. So in your
Oh,
bag, you'd have to have like a light hold hairspray, a medium hold hairspray, and a hard hold hairspray. Whereas with
that just
Control
one.
Spray
You
by
could
Chroma
just
Studio, it's all three in one.
yeah. So and then you don't have to have a giant bag and three different cans. You just have one
Exactly.
can,
It's
and
that
you could
much
just
lighter.
spin the thing. It's a little bit lighter,
Two
which I'm
cans
sure is
lighter.
real.
Yeah.
Because they're 10, 14-hour days sometimes, right? Or
Yeah.
yeah,
Even
yeah.
longer on some occasions. Yeah.
Well, that's insane. Let there be
Right.
time and a half. Okay, so uh, so that's one product that you never saw. What's another one?
Another one is
Oh,
the
look at you. And this item. Yes.
I also would find that fine hair
Okay.
needed more protection than coarse hair. So
Okay.
fine hair is the type of hair that would also require more protection from heat. And as hairstylists, we would also demand more from fine hair. So fine hair was the one sort of like squeaky wheel in the spectrum of types of hair that I
Yeah.
found really needed thermal protection. And I needed some lift or some action out of that fine hair, which wants to kind of lay down and not do as much. So I came out with volume heat protection spray with the
Okay.
nozzle that has a trigger lock, so it doesn't spray out in your bag. I don't know if you've traveled and something sprayed out,
Yes.
and you get
It's
there and you go,
gross.
great, it's all gone. So this
Yeah.
has a locking mechanism inside the stem.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's a resin-based product, which means it gives you like a little bit of slip when you're blow drying because you're going to use the blow dryer to get through that hair. And the
Okay.
resin also acts as a thermal protectant. It creates a shield. It reduces the amount of heat that actually affects the hair.
Okay, so it doesn't actually burn the hair because sometimes when you're
Exactly.
drying hair, that's what you're doing. You're
Right.
drying it out, you're burning it, but not burning it. But so
Not burning it, but
what?
giving it thermal protection. So that's what the volume heat protection does. And this product does
Okay.
actually really well for us. It actually sells really well. People love it. It has a great scent to it. And it's compatible with our shine spray, which I'll show you as well. But
Right. Which
I would
adds
use
shine.
this.
I think I have the shine. I think I have the
Yeah,
shine
it's
stuff.
a good
I some
detangler as well.
I use it sometimes to add volume and it doesn't work.
That's where this one comes in.
Right. That's a different one. Yeah.
So this nozzle, it is very specific, and it's what people call like a root lift.
Okay.
So the scope of the trigger spray will spray directly at the roots and give
Oh,
it some lift, and then you
okay.
can mist it throughout to create thermal protection to protect it from the
Okay.
heat. And then our shine spray
Okay.
has a different nozzle, which is called a broadcast nozzle, and it mists out. So it imparts like a light shine spray throughout. It helps
Okay.
detangle the hair as well. It has a
Yeah.
little bit of a light oil in it. So I say to people, I love the shine spray, but if I spray it directly on my hair, sometimes any shine spray or anything with oil in it is just too heavy.
Okay.
Take the brush, which I don't have one with me, but take the bristles of the brush and spray the shine spray on the bristles and then follow it with the blow dryer.
Oh, I
So,
see.
yeah, so the heat will dissipate the shine spray and it imparts just a very little bit throughout and it gives all of it a nice
Just a little bit of a
reflective
glow, a nice
shine.
glow.
Exactly.
Very, very
And it helps
beautiful.
detangle. If you spray it on the brush and then go through your hair with the brush with the shine spray on it, it'll help detangle it as well.
I have 9 questions. Let's go
Yes.
back to this question, which is it's a sulfate-free shampoo and conditioner.
Yes.
So, does most conditioner have sulfate?
Well, yes. Most shampoos and conditioners are going to have some type of sulfate in them. Specifically, the ones that are for color treated hair will not.
Okay, so what I use is I use a fancy shampoo
Hmm.
that I bought many moons ago, and I didn't buy yours. I will be purchasing yours, of course, next. But do you sell it in a giant thing like Aveda does?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay,
With a
good.
pump.
Yeah. I have extra pumps. Too many pumps in my life. I'm good. And but then the conditioner I buy is crap.
Okay.
I buy it's essentially wax, and I buy
Mhm.
it, and it's $4, and I can get it on the road, and it's fine. It's that Aussie stuff. It comes in a purple bottle.
Right. Yes.
Does that have sulfate in it?
I'll check, but I'm pretty sure their shampoo and conditioner does have
Both.
sulfates. Yeah.
Well, because what that does is that brings me to your doorstep to get my hair color done even more often.
That's
because
right.
it's affecting the color. Interesting. Okay. Note to self is what I'm saying. What else is good about a non-sulfate? Is there anything like for someone who doesn't dye their hair, doesn't either need to or want to? What's the best kind of shampoo? Because Andy uses like a $2 shampoo. He uses like Suave, and I'm like,
Yeah.
you're killing me. But okay, because I don't even know what that is. Why don't you just take a bar of soap to your head? Anyway, so
I can tell you what it does. So, as I mentioned, I worked in a hair salon where they used uh, a conditioning cleanser and
yeah.
also free of sulfate. So, what the sulfate ingredient adds to the whole shampoo experience is it's what creates the suds and the volume of the suds.
Oh, I see. So it's
It's a
got
bubble maker.
it's a bubble maker, which
Yeah.
that'll sell soap.
Yeah, because
Soap that doesn't make
psychologically,
yes.
yeah,
We want to
soap that
see
doesn't make
bubbles.
bubbles, people think, but is it really clean? I didn't see bubbles. Right.
It's a bummer. It's honestly a bummer
Yeah.
if I get no bubbles in my soap.
Yeah.
So is there so how do you create soap bubbles without the sulfate? What is there a way?
It doesn't suds as much. A soap
But it
without
suds.
sulfates, it cleanses by
Okay.
by using the soap attracts the dirt and it gets rinsed out, but it
What
doesn't
is
create as
soap?
much.
What
What is soap? That's you know what?
do
Let's
you
Google that one.
you got anything? You got any like yeah.
Let's Google that one. What I mean, soap
Okay.
molecules, I do
Yes.
know, attract dirt and attach themselves to dirt. And then when you rinse the hair, you're rinsing away the dirt
Right. With those because what the soap
and
is
oils.
it's right because there's oils.
Yeah.
Maria does a joke about how her mom always said that she had to use that sheet in between the blanket and the
Oh, and the
person.
bed cover. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, there's like that extra sheet.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a class act, you guys. What's that extra sheet called? That's an extra sheet. Don't worry about it.
Top
But
sheet.
her top sheet. Thank
Top
you.
sheet.
Maria's mom always insisted there be a top sheet. She was like, "There's oils on your skin, and I know you don't want to believe me, but it protects it from the quilt."
Oh.
And so, what I've digressed again. I'm coming back. So, soap is made up of something like soap molecules, which essentially they attract the dirt
Attached
and
to the dirt.
attach to the dirt, and then when you rinse it off, you're losing dirt, you're losing oils, and then you're cleaner. And
You're left
that's
with
how soap
clean.
works.
Yes.
I
And
feel
then
like I've learned something. I feel good about that one.
good.
Thank you.
And then the conditioner helps, two things as well. So it helps condition the scalp, which is, as you know, skin. And then it also can seal and condition the hair.
Okay. So I think of it as a detangler.
Yeah.
Am I wrong?
Yeah,
Is it
but it's
also
also to help protect your scalp. So when
Okay.
you clean the scalp, and that's why we massage and scrub the scalp with shampoo, we get all the dead skin cells that are
Yep.
released. And by the way, we lose up to 80 hair strands per day. We also
Oh.
lose, some skin cells from our scalp through
Okay.
brushing and when we wash and vigorously massage the shampoo into the scalp, we rinse it away. The conditioner On people with really fine hair, I tell them to kind of make it into a ponytail and apply it, like a finishing conditioner just to the ends. But
Okay.
conditioner is also to help your skin on your head,
Okay.
which is your
Oh, that
scalp.
makes sense.
Mhm.
Okay. Now, fine hair, is it, how many different kinds? Is fine a texture?
Yes. Fine is a texture. Usually it refers to the diameter, but also some
Okay.
people will have like per square inch fewer hairs. And
Okay.
that can vary by area as well, not just one particular.
Oh,
Mhm.
right. So the way the hair grows, like you were talking about, someone might have fine hair in the front and dense in the back.
Yes,
And
that's the most
or
common.
is it?
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
I knew someone who had like a weird patch of just like the curliest, like a patch of weird, like it felt like super dense curly hair on one side of their head, and then the
Oh,
rest of their hair was kind of thick. But that one spot, you would want to just, I don't know, cut it out, start over.
I've seen that before too, where, I'm going through someone's hair and I'm blow drying it, and they'll have like one patch of curly hair. And usually the person's aware of it and they go, oh, yeah, I always just kind of flat iron that one spot. Or as it comes down the neck, it gets really, 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 really fine, finer, finer, finer to the point of,
Just
yeah. So,
down until
yeah. So
it's
those haircuts I'll kind of undercut, which means to
okay.
make them a little bit shorter and then
Okay.
allow the hair to kind of scoop under it
Okay.
to create more density and more weight in
Do
that
you
area.
do you think the hair in our eyebrows is the same as Andy thinks that the hair in his eyebrows is also coming out of his ears? Do you think it's the same kind of hair?
I mean, I think, as human beings, we're covered all over with hair. And so, there's
I don't know
obviously
why, that's
finer
funny.
and
Yeah.
thicker, and thicker strands of hair throughout our bodies. But I
Yeah.
feel like on some people, there's a lot of similarities between their eyebrow hairs and lashes,
And they're
because I feel like they're
lashes.
connected. Yeah.
Right.
Like
Lashes.
people with sparser lashes tend to have sparser eyebrows. I don't see a lot of
Interesting.
like people with really dense lashes and fine hair, or the other way
Okay.
around.
Okay. And then the hair growth situation. I have a friend who panicked because he found a bald spot. And he, not going to say overreacted, but he reacted. Boy, did he react.
He didn't
Be bald.
underreact.
He did not underreact, and he is certain that if he is bald, he will never get laid again.
Oh.
And I don't think that's true. I used to really
Probably
kind
not.
of like. I have a theory about baldness. It's God's way of saying we got to get that hair out of the way because you got a good looking cranium. That's what I think. I think you got a good looking noggin, and everyone should see that. Like my head is. I don't know if you've ever noticed this. With my head, and the next time I get my haircut, I will point it out. There's sort of a flat spot on the back, and then there's a weird divot, like butt cheeks, in the middle of my head, and it's weird.
Wow.
And I think that if I didn't have any hair, my head would look weird. Like I have a weirdly shaped head, more like a peach. Nobody wants to see that, and so I have a lot of hair.
Kind of cute. I like that.
It could be cute. I would learn to live with it. But he went and he got hair augmentation. He went to the country of Turkey and got hair additions. I don't know if they're plugs. Are they plugs?
Excuse me.
Bless you.
Thank you. Yeah, I mean, I certainly see this happening in Turkey. Like they must have really just cornered the market with either the technology and or the price. I want to say both. Yeah, but that's what they're doing. They're getting the hairs randomly harvested from the back of the head and moved forward in a pattern that suits the front of the face.
Oh, interesting.
I see a lot of it. Yeah. It seems like it's still happening here, but in Beverly Hills and whatnot, but the price seems to be higher here.
Right. And so they're harvesting it. Where is the hair growing from? Inside
From their
the
own head. They're getting their own hair transplanted from
Okay.
from the back
The
of their
back of their head. So now their bald spot is back here, essentially.
Well, they're being harvested, I'm told, through like a robotic random
Oh, so that's not clear. They're not clear cutting the back of people's
they
heads.
used to do like a linear line, and
Yeah.
that technique I think it's probably still being done, but not as much anymore. Yeah, they're doing like a robotic read on the back of your hair and how many follicles there are per square inch, and then they do like a random pattern of harvesting them, and then
so that they still
get
leave
put
some
back in.
hair back here.
Yeah.
And how would they do it? I mean, I don't know. You're not a surgeon, but have you ever worked with someone who has those?
Yes. Yeah.
Have you touched the heads? Have you touched the heads of the people who have had this
Yes.
done?
Yeah.
How does it feel? Does it feel like normal hair?
It does. And it is their hair.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
Huh.
I have to say that new technique that they're using, and I say new, but I'm sure we're probably 2 decades in on that one. But it's way less detectable than the linear harvest, which doesn't.
It doesn't look right. Yeah.
No, and it leaves a scar. And those people that tend to like still wear a ball cap,
Yeah.
that's the one area they're still exposing is the back of the head where the linear harvesting was done.
Oh, that's too bad. It's so with the random harvesting in the back, it can still sort of cover up where they've cut into somebody's skull.
Yeah,
to
they
get
just
the hair
remove
follicles.
them. Yeah, in that random pattern, they just remove those.
And then they replant them. And do they grow hair from the new space?
From what I'm told, the hair that gets retransplanted, the hairs themselves fall out, but the papilla, which is like the root of the hair,
Yeah.
continues to grow and gets attached, grows attached
Yeah.
to the area on the scalp. And that papilla will produce a follicle, which will eventually grow into hair. I know a lot of people
right.
actually that have had it done.
Right. And how long does that he got it done a month ago. He's still
Healing.
homebound. Yeah, he's still
Yeah.
healing. He doesn't want anyone to see his head.
Ooh, yeah, I've seen it freshly done. It's
disturbing.
a little bloody still, yeah.
Oh, it looks hard. Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
But I'm told they last for 10 years, sometimes longer.
okay, like LASIK.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about getting LASIK or a new prescription. One of those two things.
I did it.
Did
It
you do it?
lasted about 10 years. Yeah, it was really cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
And can you read up close, or do you need up close glasses anyway?
No, I can see up close, no problem. It's far away. It's like distance.
That's
And
what you
so
got the
therefore-
LASIKs for, right?
Yeah, like driving and things like that are affected.
All right. Tempted.
Yeah.
My sister got it. She swears by it. She says it was great.
Yeah,
I
definitely
may.
worth the money.
Okay. How much was it? How much is it? Any idea? I don't know why we've digressed into this, but now I need to know. Yeah.
I did it in 2000 and it was like under 4,000 then, maybe 2,000?
Okay.
Or was it 2009?
I think it's
It's come
gotten
down.
cheaper
Yeah.
as it becomes more like they've streamlined the process or something.
Yeah.
So
As is
If you-
hair transplants, I think it's also the prices come way down since
Yeah.
more people are doing it and created a bigger market.
oh, capitalism. You can be used for good.
You can.
Yeah, you just like everything. It's a tool. There's no need to use it for evil. I get a hammer and bash you in the nose. Not going to do it. That's not what it's for.
No.
Okay. So, welcome back to Hair Talk. See, because Andy always says that he thinks my hair is fine, and I say my hair is thick, but I don't even know if thick hair is a term. Is that a real term?
Yeah, thick and coarse, I think, get used interchangeably. But no, I wouldn't say your hair is fine. You definitely have lots
Right?
of it, but not fine. I mean, there are some people with really fine hair, and
Which is really kind of very beautiful. It kind of
Yeah.
because it kind of hangs like a curtain,
yeah,
and it's drapey.
yeah,
Kind
it
of
is.
cool.
Yeah.
But
no, I
this
wouldn't
you
say
can
you
turn.
have, yeah, that
Right, this
you've
is more of a hedge. This is like a hedge that you gotta get in there. And he's so
I like it because, yeah, when you're doing the haircut on someone's head like yours, I mean, you can really sculpt the haircut and create a lot with
right,
it.
right. Could you make a
Movement.
swan next time? Just a.
Yeah. Well, how come we
I
haven't done
need
that before? I would love
Rangers.
to know.
Can I tell you that Troy does my color, and every third or fourth times he'll say, "We're just making it all gray, right?" And I fall for it almost every time and go, "Wait, what?"
Wait.
And because it's right here that I have a rogue-like white stripe that's coming through, and there's part of me that wants to nurture that rogue-like white stripe just because Rogue is so cool. Rogue is a character in the Marvel universe, Troy, just so you know.
Yeah.
So do you have any other products that you're
I
that you're
do.
psyched about or proud of that I need to hear the science of? Yes.
Yes. And that's my Sculpt product, which is like a styling paste.
Yeah, I have that. That's the stuff I
Yeah.
have. And then you squish it into your hair and
Yeah.
it makes it's sort of like hairspray but paste.
Yeah, so it definitely controls flyaway. What I usually do is I put it in and then I rub my hands back and forth. I let it kind of get in between my fingers, and then I'll just use that
Oh.
styling paste that's between my fingers to create a PC look. It's really good
What's a
for
PC? What's PC?
like PC, like sorry, not
piece as
PC, but
in
yeah.
one piece, as in PIECE.
Yeah, like lots of
Yeah.
little pieces of curl and really define the curl or the shape of the hairstyle. I had a lot of interesting feedback on this product too, because one makeup artist friend of mine, she said, "Oh, I love that product. I usually mix it with water." And I go, "Oh, okay." And what she does is she mixes it with water and puts it through her hair and then curls it. And then the hairs kind of go into their own separate curl patterns.
Right,
And then
because
she'll pick up a piece and put it in the curling iron and then pull it out and let it drop.
because it's loose, but then when it dries, it's a little it's
a
firmer.
little together. And then guys love it too for like guys who use like a styling paste, even like those really short, kind of manicured looking haircuts. It's really good for controls flyaway, frizz.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah.
Andy used to use I don't know if it was like a pomade.
Yeah.
It's like a round thing that he would just
like a puck, and then you take off a lid.
Yeah, like a puck.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah, this is that type of consistency.
That's that same consistency? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, all right.
Yeah.
Cool. What does it smell like? Does it all smell like that? Because that paste has a kind of a candy kind of.
Yeah.
It's really sweet. I like it.
Yeah, I get that from a lot of people. They say raspberry or grape.
Mm-hmm.
Like
I had a juicy fruit kind of a vibe to it initially, but as it kind of calms down, when I got used to it, I was like, no, it's just kind of sweet and fruity.
Yeah. Everything's kind of unisex and not really perfumey per se. I would say the volumizer has like a kind of like a clean, dry finish. Maybe like a little also fruity.
Do you like fruits more than flowers in the smellings?
I do. Yeah. I feel like floral scented hair care products tend to mix either positively or negatively with people's perfume or cologne.
Or soap or anything.
Or soap.
Yeah.
Or even laundry detergent. Yeah.
Yeah. Because flowers, it genuinely could get a little sickly sometimes.
Yeah. Especially, when the bouquet gets too big.
Right. Yes. And it's like that. And so it's, well, we're almost at an hour, Troy. I just want to tell you.
Wow. Look at us go.
Did you ever go and I remember one of the questions from about 40 minutes ago that I wanted to ask is, did you ever go to like other classes to learn specific techniques after cosmetology?
Yes. So I did a lot of continued education. I actually became an educator for Local 706, which is the Hair and Makeup Union for Film and Television.
Okay.
And became haircraft president. So it's not the president of the body overall, but
union.
just for education. And so what I would do is hire educators to come in and either show their product, or a lot of times, more interesting than that, their techniques. Because I feel like sometimes products, people are like, great, I appreciate the, goodie bag, and I love trying out new products always. But a lot of times it feels like they are maybe trying to sell you something, whereas a technique, when you learn a technique, and that technique can be like wig application. It can be...
We didn't ever talk about wigs.
Wigs.
You have wigs.
Yeah.
And you hairdress those wigs.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Fancy wigs? Do you have any cheap, hilarious wigs that your children get to play with?
Yeah. Yeah. A lot of times, even like for commercials, if it's like, let's say it's an insurance commercial or whatever, and we have like a whole stadium of people and they're supposed to be watching a game or whatever, and they want some fictitious group where like, this side's red and this side's yellow or gold, and they want people in the stands to all look like that. I actually did a commercial once where they were dreaming of what it'd be like to live in Italy, and they hired all these guys that had a certain kind of swarthy look, and all the women, they wanted to look like Sophia Loren. So all the guys were on mopeds, and all the girls were on the back, and they all had the exact same hairstyle. And it was of Sophia Loren from some particular movie in which she had kind of like a French twist with like a section out that would kind of flopped in the wind when she was on the back of the thing, and then a scarf, and it was like, it reminded me of like what I think would be like to live in Italy. And then so we had like, I don't know, we had like 20 Sophia Lorens and 20 mopeds with guys on, riding
And
them.
did they is it okay to share wigs?
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, they're disinfected and cleaned and obviously sanitized.
Like bowling shoes. Yeah. I mean, nobody's just getting into somebody else's wig. And wigs are different sizes too, right? Like for someone has a big noggin, or if it's a child.
Absolutely. Yeah. Child wigs are created that way too.
Can you tighten up a wig if someone has a smaller head?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is the skull cap. Yeah.
Yeah, wig cap. But yeah, there's also like a technique that's similar to, clothing alteration called darting, which, darts are created along the backside to bring that in and make it tighter so it fits when that person moves.
Okay, well, I could probably talk to you for another half an hour, but I think that this has been a delight. It's been an hour.
You've been a delight. You've been a delight.
Troy Zestos, you guys. He's great. He does vital work with hairs. And if you go to Chroma, CHROMA-style.com, you can see a bunch of stuff, and maybe even get some stuff if you want some stuff.
Free shipping.
And free shipping. Ladies and germs. And thank you so much for doing the show.
Thank you, Jackie. I really appreciate you. Thank you very, very much.
You're welcome. And Rangers, you know the rules out there. Take care of each other.
Hi, Adal. How was the show?
It was really fun. It was with Troy Zestos.
All right.
And he is my hairdresser. And he talked about hair. And I didn't know a lot of things about hair.
It's a good thing he's dorky about hair, being a hairdresser. So what did you learn? What did you learn about hair?
I usually don't do the thing that somebody does for a living.
Well, right. I know.
It's like, it's such a weird, because then I feel like it's an hour-long ad for whatever they want to plug. And he did. He has a line of, right. Well, and he does have a line of shampoo and stuff like that. But he told me why you want like color safe hair shampoo and conditioner. What it doesn't have in it. It's some sort of sulfate.
Okay.
And so I asked him if our purple conditioner had that sulfate in it.
Right.
And he said, probably. And I said, well, it is $4. and I asked him about your Suave, and he said, certainly. And I said, well, Andy doesn't have to worry about it too much. It's not like you're dyeing your hair and you have to keep the color in your hair.
Sure. But I do like to keep my own color. Maybe if I stopped using Suave, my hair color would be different.
Purple.
Well, no.
He said,
but
He said that if you dye, because I asked him about us dyeing our hair purple that one time, and he said, well, first of all, you have to strip all the color out of your hair and then put purple over it.
Right.
And then
That's not
use
what we
that
did.
color. That's not what we did. We just put purple dye in our hair.
Yeah.
But I bet you if he did it, it'd be super purple.
Right. It would be super purple and it would stay purple longer because that stuff washed out pretty quickly. I forget what it was called, but everybody was using it at the time.
And it was purple.
Just before pandemic.
And I also found out that people are still getting perms. And how to do a perm. Like, what's happening?
But they don't look the same now, I think. I think the perms of the 80s
do not.
Are different.
Yeah, it's very, very different. Very different. And that he first started cutting hair because his mom was a hairdresser. And she would get a haircut. And then she would explain to him when he was in his early mid-teens how to fix the haircut that she had gotten.
Oh.
She was like, okay. So she showed him how to hold the comb and the scissors.
Yeah.
And she was like, okay, so here's what I want you to do. And after several times of that, she was like, yeah, you're just going to cut my hair and I'm going to tell you how I want it cut.
Nice.
And so that's how he got into hair cutting.
That's amazing.
Yes.
What a great story.
Really cool. Yeah, it was a really cool story. It was a great episode, honestly. You never know. You just don't know with the Dork Forest.
You never know.
So good. Anyway, it was a great episode, and I recommend everybody listen to it again. What? Anyway, thanks for tuning in, everybody. And you know the rules out there. Take care of each other.
My hat, my hat, my hat. They're dancing around my hat. My hat, my hat, my hat. Well, what do you think of that? If it looks like a Mexican hat dance and it sounds like a Mexican hat dance, it's most likely a Mexican hat dance. So take off your hat and let's dance.
Yay! Oh my God. Why don't we just call that as the end of the show?